Hi everyone, it's Stephanie here from Lemuria Star, and I am so excited to do this like really large unboxing. It feels like a mega unboxing, but this is the Goddess on Earth Oracle and the like coffee table book, Portraits of the Divine Feminine. This is all by Lisa Lavart, and I am so excited to get in here. I've seen some other people on either Instagram or like the tarot tubes have this deck, and this was graciously gifted to me by the creator, Lisa, and I'm just really excited because this is like finding me at the perfect time. I've already been diving into a lot of like divine feminine work, goddess work, and just kind of like healing my own wounded feminine. And that's something I've been doing now for a couple months now, maybe 4 or 5 months. So it's kind of been on the forefront of my spiritual practice. So I am just like wildly excited to get in here. So let's just get started. So I'm going to move the book off to the side. Like, look how gorgeous this is. But we're just going to move that off. I'll put this off on the side and we'll take a look at the Oracle deck first. So this deck is that like soft, velvety touch, kind of like matte or rose petal finish. Like it reminds me the feel of, what is it? Dame Darcy's boxes. It's just got that like velvety touch. So this is the Goddess on Earth Oracle, a divination deck and guidebook with spirited wisdom from your sisters. Really, really beautiful quality. It says here, ignite your intuition. It looks like we have small previews of the cards. And it says here, navigate your inner journey with a 45 card oracle deck and a 144-page in-depth guidebook structured around the elements: earth, water, air, fire, and spirit. Explore ancient myths and unveil your innate knowledge with messages written directly to you from each woman portrayed. Photography and text by Lisa Lavart, and you can find her information at goddessonearth.com. So this box is gorgeous, and it opens up like a little book. And we've got this like beautiful like pinkish purple color here, and it says, let me see if I can focus here. We are all here to lift, hold, and be present for one another as we travel on our journeys. So that's really beautiful. So it looks like we have a guidebook in here, which is lovely because I thought maybe the big coffee table book was the guidebook. So let's just get the cards out. Ooh, this feels so luxurious. We've got like a nice tray in here and the ribbon to help take the cards out. So we'll put this off to the side. This doesn't have any magnetic closure or anything, but it's nice. It almost feels like it's a book. And I think that's what it's supposed to look like. These are like the pages and this is the binding. So that's really, really nice. Okay. So I think what we'll do is I'm going to put this guidebook off to the side. We'll take a look at that later, and then let's just go right into the cards because that's the part I get most excited about. So these are the pretty backs. I love these like dark, like jewel tone colors. And the gilding is that like, almost like that matte, kind of like antiqued gilding. It kind of reminds me of the gilding on like the Moonchild tarot, which is like one of my favorite. It's soft. It's not that like sharp gilding that sometimes like I've gotten like paper cuts from that before. So this is like that nice soft brushed gold matte. Okay, and the cardstock is also the same feeling of the box. So it's kind of like that velvety touch, kind of matte, kind of like the rose petal finish, I guess you could say. So, all right, so let's just get into the artwork and the imagery, and then we'll take a look at the guidebook. So we have here, embrace change, treasure your gifts. They're kind of sticking a little bit because they're new. Light into darkness. Resilience. I like that with the snake there. Self-love. And I'm also seeing here the colored border. So I guess this is probably like the element of earth. And it looks like we have blue, we have like a gold, a red, a purple, and then we have a couple in the back here too. So this is cool that like the borders and the edging will kind of help us connect to that elemental energy. Self-love, expect abundance, gratitude, passion into action. That's cool. She looks very fierce. Okay, so now we are in the blue borders, which I'm guessing is probably the water suit. So we have victory through pleasure, awaken to love, inner wisdom, radiant splendor, ride the waves of change, courage requires faith, fearless choice, celebrate beauty. Okay, so we're in the gold, which might be our fire suit, maybe. Is this? It might be. I'm not sure. Okay, so we have unconditional love, hear the cries, listen, reflect, mirror, duality, advocate and protect, communicate truth, swift action, playful creativity. So yeah, I'm guessing this is the fire suit. Okay, so we have our red backgrounds here. This might be like air, perhaps. I'm not sure. Sever outdated ways. It's a very intense image right here. Protect fiercely. So maybe this is fire. Stand in your power. Actualize ideals. You know, because of the photography medium, I'm just going to go off on a quick tangent. I don't have this deck, but I've seen it around on like Instagram and YouTube, is the Somnia Tarot, and that's very photography based. I feel like these could look really nice together. Again, I don't have it, but if you do have that and then you've seen some of these images, let me know. Anyway, so we have number 28, actualize ideals, face the dark. That's very powerful. Feel the emotion there. Accept rage and imperfection. Ooh, this is going to be great for like cultivating the dark feminine too, which is another thing that I'm like really exploring right now. So I'm so excited about this. Integrity. Be the light. And then we've got our purple. I'm not sure what suit that is, so I'll have to check. Commit to power. I guess maybe this is spirit. Fully present. Imagine. Tacit knowledge. Live large. The body knows. Honor the path. Clarity of vision. And then we've got, oh, okay, cool. So it looks like we have some animals, which that's what the extra kind of cards were at the back. So we have balance, flexibility, knowledge, primal instincts, and fulfillment. So these are gorgeous, and I just really love how they feel in my hand. So that's going to be really nice to play with. So I think what we'll do is let's take a look at the guidebook that came with the oracle, and then I'll shuffle and pull one card and we'll see what our message is for today. So this is our guidebook that came in the box. Again, this has that like soft touch rose petal finish, which is just such a delight to have in your hands. Really beautiful production quality. These photographs, man, they are gorgeous. All right, so our table of contents, we have an introduction, how to use the Oracle deck, practices with the cards. We've got our element cards. Oh, I guess those animal ones are creature cards, about the contributors, acknowledgements, credits. So we've got some intro. I'm really gonna love actually just sitting down and reading this. So how to use the deck. We've got some different practices with the cards, 1 card, 3 card spread, elemental spread, that's pretty fun. And then we go right into our elements, so earth. We've got some information here about, it looks like it's talking about Mother Earth, which is pretty cool. And then we go into each card. So we have like a full black and white image of the card. We have here cross-cultural myth. So we've got some attributes, perspective, and action. So it looks like there's a lot of information you can kind of go off of. So these are our earth elements. So let's move forward. Water. So we've got our information here. And then that was the blue cards. Air. So air was air the like golden? Yep, so air was like the golden yellow color, which I guess makes sense. So we've got the air element cards. And then fire was the red edged cards. And then spirit was purple. And then we've got our creatures. And then it looks like in the back, we've got information on the artist, Lisa Levart here. She's an artist and activist. We've got about the women who are featured in the photography, which is really great. I love learning more about like people who are actually in the artwork. And then goddess index. So that's nice too, because the actual cards, let's see. So the actual cards don't have the goddess name on here, but each one is connected to a goddess. So like number 17, the goddess is Rainbow Crow, which I'm not familiar with, but I'm really excited to learn more about a lot of these goddesses. I'm only starting to work with some of them, so that's gonna be really great. This is gonna be such a great like a resource for me and tool. And actually the one I work with isn't even listed, so that's really cool. Like I'm gonna get to learn about all new goddesses. So yeah, this book is great. So let's shuffle and pull a card and then read from the guidebook, and then we can take a look at that gorgeous coffee table style book, which I'm really excited about. I just love books in general. I feel like anyone else in like the tarot community who loves, you know, decks, are you also a book lover? Because I'm feeling like there's a lot of crossover. Like I love amassing decks and trying new ones, and I also tend to amass books. And I'm always reading different books, new books, like whether it's fiction or whether it's nonfiction or you know, personal development. So I love a good, beautiful coffee table book. There's such great like conversation starters and talking pieces, and they're just beautiful. All right, so let's pull a card and see what kind of goddess or energy comes through. So no matter when you are watching this video, whenever you come across it, it doesn't have to be the day I posted it. Just consider this a message for you, and whatever energy comes through is perhaps something you need today or you need to hear today. So let's see what comes through for us. Oh, I should try riffle shuffling this, which might be kind of hard. They are oracle size, and they are that soft touch. So let's see. Okay, so it might be a little hard to bridge. I would probably just have to like slightly and gently nudge them together. So let's try that again. So I might just have to do that. Okay. What is our message? Okay, so we've actually got a creature. Let's do one more. I really want a goddess. Bring forth the goddess. This is, my deck's upside down. Y'all know I don't read reversals. Okay, so tacit knowledge. That's the one I'm going to read first. So that is number 36, and I believe purple is a spirit element. Okay, so this is the goddess of Mayari, I believe is how you pronounce it. So it says here, oh my gosh, okay. I'm really excited right now. Hold on. So this is the goddess of the moon from the Philippines, and for those of you who may or may not know, I am half Filipino, and I didn't even know there were goddesses in like Filipino mythology. My mom really never talked about it. I wasn't taught that. So the fact that I pulled this feels really really special. And now I feel like I need to dive in and learn more about her. So I'm really excited. Okay, so let me just read what the book says. So Mayari is goddess of the moon in the Philippines. So attributes. Mayari is a goddess of the moon and night in Tagalog mythology. Tagalog is the language in the Philippines. She is venerated for her beauty and strength. Mayari is also goddess of revolution and equal rule, equality and equal rights. If needed, she uses her strength as goddess of weaponry, combat, and war to protect the earth and all its beings. As goddess of the moon, she provides access to our subconscious mind, deep emotions, and dreams. She is with us during dark times and in times of uncertainty, shining her light on new possibilities. So perspective, it says here, Leticia Layson, I think that is the name of the actual woman in this card, Filipina, feminist, futurist, and priestess of morphogenesis. And she says, I guess this is a message from her as a person, be still, work, practice, and show up. Then leave it up to the forces of nature. Bahal na. And I don't know what that means. I'm gonna have to ask my mom. So it says here, action, and then it says tacit knowledge is the key word. Bathe in the light of the moon. Listen to the sounds of nature. Allow your mind to wander. Linger in the liminal space between dream and wakeful consciousness. For within this precognitive state resides your tacit knowing, the hidden wisdom available to you at all times. Rather than overthink your present situation, trust your inner knowing, your intuition. The knowledge you seek resides within. I love that. Oh my gosh, this is great. I feel like that message was for me. I hope that all resonated with some of you. I'm really excited that I didn't know there was a Filipina goddess, and I am going to have to start working with her in my deity work. Okay, so I want to pull since I pulled a creature card. This is the snake with the keyword of flexibility. So it says here, undulating beneath the water of a crystal clear lake, the snake's skin reflects the luminous light of a full moon. Its outline so clearly resembles the staff of Asclepius. I'm really bad at pronouncing words I don't know. The Greek emblem of medicine. Throughout the ancient world, the snake symbolizes healing, renewal, birth, and fertility. As the snake's body grows, the skin does not, rendering its outer layer tight and constrictive. To allow for growth, the snake sheds its skin, sometimes numerous times a year. Indeed, snakes are the embodiment of the rejuvenating life force. With this card, the universe is prompting you to recognize that you too may have outgrown old ways of thinking and being. Now is the time to become more flexible. Stretch yourself to full length and move through the dark waters, shedding your old skin. Reinvent yourself. Nature has shown us it can be done. Wow. So I feel like these go really nicely together. It's kind of like you're growing out of yourself essentially, and to not be afraid, and like even though it feels constricting, like you can kind of push through that and shed what's no longer serving you, so you can kind of go into this new chapter of your life. And then with this Filipina moon goddess, it's all about tapping into your intuition and that subconscious, that deep inner knowing. And I think you'll know when it's time to really let go and undergo that transformation. It can feel scary, but you'll know when the time is right. So I think that is a beautiful message. These cards look gorgeous together. Oh my goodness. I am just so impressed by this deck already. So I'm going to move everything over to the side here, and we're going to take a look at the lovely coffee table book. So let me get that, and hopefully this fits in my screen. Let's see here. I don't want to bump it too much. Okay, so this is a really gorgeous, like this feels like a canvas cover. And we've got the goddess on earth, portraits of the divine feminine. You can see that here. This is the thickness of the book, and a plain back. So I'm not going to show everything in the book because, you know, if you're interested in this, we don't want to like spoil anything, but this will just be a little teaser. So we've got the inner pages here. So it says here, photographs by Lisa Lavard, introduction by Jean Shinoda Bolin. Okay, so we've got our contents page. Let me make sure you guys can see this. So we've got our contents page, introduction, forward, and then it looks like, so this is really cool. The contents is divided into the phases, so the maiden, mother, and crone, which is awesome. We've got an afterword by Starhawk about the contributors, selected biography, goddess index, image credits, acknowledgement. And then here we have like our little dedication, and it says here, I dedicate this book to all the women who have shared their divine light with me. It's really beautiful. So we've got this really nice introduction. I'm really excited to read this. We've got a foreword by our artist Lisa. We've got this gorgeous full color here, and because this book's so big you probably can't see all of it, so we've got here, it's divided into maiden, mother, crone. So we've got maiden, and then we've got some keywords: focus, youthful enthusiasm, strong, promise of new beginnings, independent, complete onto herself. Really beautiful. So we've got photography, which I believe this is I think this is different than the cards. I'll have to double check. So we've got this gorgeous full color photo, and then we have a little bit about the goddess. Eos is the goddess of dawn in ancient Greece, and we've got some information here. And then, yeah, we just go into other goddesses and these gorgeous, gorgeous photos. And I think these are different than, the deck. So I'm gonna get to learn a lot of goddesses. Yeah. Okay, so let's, yeah, I don't think these are not in the book, or I mean in the deck. So cool. There's like poetry, there's like information, all kinds of different cultures. Okay, so then we've got our sacred maiden myths, and we've got a bunch of maidens here. And I believe these are not in the deck. So we get even more information. And then we go into our mother archetype, and it says here, fullness of life, balance, loving and receiving love, creative ripeness, pregnant with possibilities. Gorgeous, gorgeous photography. Oh, I can't wait to look through all this. I'm not gonna spoil all. There is nudity in here, so if that bothers you, that's just something to note. And then let's go to our crone. Where is our crone? archetype. Okay, so we've got our Sacred Mother myths. And then we go over to the crone, and we have here wisdom, death, destruction, and rebirth, power, courage to walk through darkness, seer and healer, and warrior. And then we've got our crone energy. I love this too, because like there are older women, there's younger women, and it just shows that like you don't have to be in your older ages to tap into crone energy. You don't have to be a mother to tap into mother energy, and vice versa. You can be older and tap into your maiden energy. And that's what's beautiful about goddess work. So this is stunning. I cannot wait to get into this. So this is Sacred Crone Myths, just like the other categories. And then we've got our afterword about the contributors, a little biography, which is beautiful, goddess index here, and image credits. This is just a dream. I am so excited to get into, like really get into this. This honestly came at the perfect time for me. Like I mentioned, I'm doing a lot of inner work lately, just with my own divine feminine and healing some, wounds that I've, been through in my life. So this deck, I think even if I received this last year, it wouldn't have had the same impact as like exactly right now, which is just proof of things always happen in divine timing. Like if I got this deck last year, it still would have been beautiful, but I wouldn't have been as excited. I don't think it would have resonated with me as much, but because this is where my practice is now, this means so much to me. I'm so excited to dive deep. I think what I'll be doing, I just can't believe I pulled the Filipino Goddess card. I think what I'll be doing is probably using this as my regular oracle and journaling practice. So what I'll do is I'll shuffle every morning. I will pull a card, and that will be my the energy for the day, and I'll read the guidebook and really just use that as my jumping off point for my inner exploration, and like what energy needs to be channeled, what energy needs to be, healed or embraced. And I think this is just going to really help me do a lot of that healing work, and just kind of tapping into like some old wounds that just need, nurturing, and really helping me step into, that strong feminine divine energy that I'm really trying to cultivate. So yeah, this is just stunning. I'm so excited about this deck. I just want to thank Lisa Levart so much for sending this to me. I am beyond excited to work with this. I would love to hear what you all think. Is this a deck and coffee table book you'd be interested in getting and working with? If you already have this, what are your thoughts on it? I'm beyond excited, and again, this came at the perfect time for me. So if you are interested, let me see here. She did send some little cards. So you can find this at goddessonearth.com. The artist is Lisa Levart. And she's also on Instagram, goddess_on_earth on Instagram. And then here's just a little bit of information about the beautiful book. So yeah, guys, I'm so pleased with this. I hope you all enjoyed this unboxing and walkthrough. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care. Bye.